Hey everybody, good to see you. Still alive. Day 3 of the quarantine. Feels like I've been locked up in this house forever. Uh, Second case of COVID, not as bad as the first, but it still sucks. It's more irritating than sick. I don't know if this medicine's doing any good. I know that it's not FDA approved. It's got a several cases have been reported of rebound COVID, so we'll see. Okay, this week we start out with some sad news for baseball fans. Former Texas Ranger pitcher Gaylord Perry passed away at the age of 84. Uh, I like Gaylord. I liked it when he was with the Rangers. It was always something when he was on the mound. Always trying to catch him throwing the spitball. Occasionally they would, but usually they didn't. Whether it was Vaseline on the bill cap, sweat, spit, some other liquids we're not going to talk about. But he was 84 years old when he died. Funny story about him was he said that somebody asked when he hit a home run, he said that when somebody landed on the moon, and sure enough, the day we landed on the moon, he hit his first home run. So, goodbye, Gaylord. I hope you're resting in peace. Uh, Twitter released a bunch of insider information on the Hunter Biden issue, and it don't look good for Twitter. Look like that they hid a lot of stuff, and they knew they hid it, and they knew they were doing wrong in doing it. Speaking of Twitter, we also had a very boisterous young lady. Well, not so young anymore. She's 50. Uh, Alyssa Milano said she's going to get rid of her Tesla because of Elon Musk and buy something less offensive, so she goes Volkswagen, which was founded by Nazis. She went to something less offensive. She didn't go. She went to the Nazis instead of Elon Musk. I'd rather go to Elon Musk than the Nazis. Uh, you got the stars leaving left and right. Twitter. All I got to say is goodbye. You're mad because we got it back. And you can't control us. Of course, you're not going to be able to control the Christians anyway. Uh, which brings me to my next point, just to talk about the Russia and Ukraine thing is still going on. Joe Biden's offered to step in and talk peace if Russia wants it. Makes me wonder what peace is going to cost. Uh, I'll say this: it's not getting any better. It's not going to get any better. I was listening to a sermon the other day, and I may share some of his sermons. He's on YouTube, so I'll just every once in a while I'll put a link up on Facebook. He was talking about what was meant by birth pangs in the Bible when Jesus was talking about the end of time. He said it's the intensity and the amount. And he went over the last 500 years how much things have increased. We've had more wars in the last century and however many years we're into this one, 22 years. than we have in the last 300 some odd years. We've had more famines. We've had more pestilences. So now, if he's right and I'm right, and most of the preachers are right, we don't have very much longer on the earth. I'm not going to give a time because that's not my call to give a time. Jesus didn't even give a time. It wasn't even his call. He goes up to a higher pay grade. So you know that's a real high pay grade that Jesus don't even know. God's the only one that knows. It could be next year, it could be 5 years, it could be 20 years from now. If I was a betting man and I was going to place a bet on it, I probably wouldn't give us no more than 5 to 7 years. Will it happen then? Probably not. I don't know. I'm just giving you my best guess. Uh, when things start to happen, they're going to happen real fast. Because the next thing that's got to happen, or the next thing that's supposed to happen, is if you're a pre-tribber, it's going to be the tribulation, or it's going to be the rapture before the tribulation. Now, if you're a mid-tribber, it's going to be the next world war. And right now, we've got countries poking at each other trying to start a world war. Now, will this be the war? I don't know. The only thing I know is God is in charge and God's going to take care of the Christians. And then when Armageddon is over, and before the 1,000-year tribulation, God's going to take care of the non-Christians, but not in a good way. Uh, well, I'm going to cut this short because I don't feel that well, and I didn't want to come on and say hi to everybody. And we'll see you next week for more news, religion, and everything else you're free to talk about. Oh.